Hi, everybody. Well, I wanted to delve into this one a little more because somebody wrote into John Heald about gratuities. As I guess there's some conversation out there about Carnival making gratuities mandatory, meaning you cannot have them adjusted anymore. And one person wrote in very angry about this decision and said that they will lose a ton of customers. So first off, let's talk about tipping, gratuities, if you will, on cruise lines. Now, I've seen people carry around $1 bills with them on cruises. And when they go get a drink in the bar, they leave $1 tip. I've seen that. I've seen people leave $1 tip, $2 tip in the restaurant for people. I don't carry cash with me when I'm walking around on the cruise ship. I don't do that. I'll admit that right there. However, I do pay my gratuities every single time. I've never removed gratuities from any cruise, no matter the service I've received, whether it be good, bad, mediocre, or I had some issues. Never once have I ever removed gratuities. Have I, I always usually leave a fairly good tip for my stateroom attendant as long as, they were polite and had my room clean. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I don't need my room done 5 times a day. I'm not one of those people who, hey, I need you to do this or I need you to do that for me. I'm very self-sufficient on a cruise. But I'll still leave my stateroom attendant a tip, little extra thank you, because I have more personal interaction with that person on a daily basis than anybody else in the cruise, because I eat in the buffet a lot, or I'll eat in a specialty restaurant. I don't use the main dining as often as most people do. So that's one of the reasons I don't necessarily have that interaction with the dining staff. That's just my situation. Now, gratuities you can prepay your gratuities before you go. And many places, many cruise lines will have a package offer that will allow you to add the gratuities included in the package. For instance, Princess Cruise Lines. If you do their Princess Plus or their Princess Premier, gratuities are included in that package as part of the deal. So you can counter in, well, I was going to pay the gratuities anyway. This is part of that. So is the deal worth it, etc. Some cruise lines used to do it, like Celebrity Cruise Line used to have gratuities in their all-in package. They've removed the gratuities from there, and now they only have the Wi-Fi and the drink package in there. So they've changed that policy. So you still have to pay the gratuities separate. And gratuities have been going up. Every once in a while, they'll go up $1, 50 cents, $1.50, depending on the category of cabin you're in. Suites, obviously, the tips are more. Staterooms are bigger, usually more demanding, usually need to make more reservations for people in suites, etc. They often have a concierge that you also get shared in that tipping policy. So there's a lot of people that, the tips involved. Now, the people you don't see, for instance, the people who do your laundry, the people who clean the sheets, who replace the towels and clean the towels every day, the people who clean your dishes from the room service that you order, all of those folks, all the behind the scenes folks that you do not see that contribute to your cruise and your room, get tipped into that gratuity bucket. It doesn't all go to the stateroom attendant. It doesn't all go to your dining person. It gets distributed amongst the other people. So that's gratuities, right? It goes to a lot of people, which is one of the reasons, no matter how bad I've had an interaction or anything, or how I'm feeling about my cruise, I have never removed my gratuities. But John Heald got this message from a passenger that said, if you stop your customers having the right to remove all gratuities, then you would see an exodus like never before. If you stop your customers from having the right to remove all gratuities, then you would see an exodus like never before. I don't concern myself about what the staff makes, how gratuities are divided up, or their workload. That's between the employee and the employer. If I feel occasionally that someone deserves a gratuity, I will give it to them. If not, then I will not. This is our choice. It is not the cruise line to take away. So I'm guessing these are one of those people that remove gratuities basically every single time, and then they may tip their stateroom attendant. They may leave that dollar at the bar, and they may leave a $10, $20 tip to the dining attendant, forgetting about all the other people who work behind the scenes. Now, do you have a right to do this? Absolutely. I just ask that people remember how many other people are affected by this. And you can argue, obviously, that, well, the cruise line should pay more. All right, let's stop there. And go to restaurants. From now on, when you go to a restaurant, they're going to include automatically that every single person, they're going to start paying all their waiters and waitresses higher salaries. And the tipping will now be optional. It won't be optional, it'll be based into the price. So you won't leave a tip anymore, but your prices will way go up. Same with delivery. Uber and delivery of your food, they're going to start charging and paying their drivers more money. So the gratuities are gone now, the tipping is gone, but you're going to be charged a lot more for all your food. People would freak, right? People would, well, wait, what's going on? How come all of a sudden my $30 dining menu is now $60? What's going on? And then that's because that's how in North America we've built in our prices, right? Where tipping in other countries is basically non-existent. You go to Japan, there's no tipping there. Excursions, etc. They look at you funny if you try and give them a tip on a bus shore excursion. It's not included. It's just the way. But in North America, we built in tipping into our policy and our way of life for certain aspects like service, food service, etc. Right? And yeah, we've kind of asked for it. So in North America, why should the cruise lines be any different than our restaurants, than our delivery services, etc. Right? We have to be fair is fair. And yeah, I don't understand. I mean, if $14, like the average tip is $14 a day per person, on a 7-day cruise, you're paying just over $100 for gratuities for service on your cruise that everyone is working hard to make sure you have a wonderful vacation and a wonderful time. And people will argue about that $100. And at the same time, they'll pay $350 for the fast Wi-Fi. They'll pay $1,600 for the drink package. They'll think nothing of spending $310 on a shore excursion. But when it comes to tipping, some people are just, nope, I'm not gonna do that. There's no way. Take those gratuities and give them back to me. Sometimes you got to think beyond ourselves, I think. We really do. And whether I had 2 cents to rub together when I was first cruising or anything, I still never once have removed gratuities from my booking.